You know something? It's quite amazing, really. You put enough time into something and it kind of can turn into something giant. I mean, if you put enough time in, anything can look impressive. I mean, just look at the sheer amount of riders we've got here now. I mean, yeah, I've been working on this mod for well over 12 years now. I think it's 13 years. And yes, this newest version has taken me 2.5 years to get to this state, but you gotta admit this is cool. This is impressive. I kind of just wanted to start it out with that. I honestly do think what we've managed to achieve here is truly spectacular, truly amazing, and truly worth that like. Go on, you know you want to hit the like, yeah. So let me just welcome you all here. This is, well, this is the final devlog, or at least the final devlog for the beta stage of the mod. Hopefully, as of today, the mod will actually be entering full release. And by full release, I mean I'm actually going to tick a box over on CurseForge saying the updates from this point on are full release instead of beta, and I might try and start uploading to different mod sites. I know Modrinf. Anyone know any other good mod sites I could upload the mod to? Now, what do I mean by full release? Well, the last 2.5 years, technically, even though I've been adding new stuff, a lot of it was porting the old version of the mod to the new version. By saying this is the full release, I am no longer porting the mod from that old version. As far as I'm concerned, everything I wanted from that old version is now in the new version. Now, there's a few things that are there that I might try and reuse in the future, but they will be made from scratch. Essentially, this is me putting a line in the sand saying, this is now the mod. This is not me now porting the work in progress port. This is it now done. And you have no idea how happy I am to say that. Because at this point, I can start remaking things. At this point, I can start making things better. Instead of going, okay, what's missing? What do I need to add? I can go, okay. I really need to rework Ghost. I don't like how Ghost is obtained. I don't like how Ryuki is obtained. I really need to update Blade. Blade looks ugly. Why are you bald? And I can actually now start doing this. I want to try and make updates a lot more common going forward, as well as I want to make updates actually feel like updates. It's not, well, this bit of the mod's back now. I actually truly want to make the mod better. And I feel like this update, we've taken good steps as well. So let's get into things. I've been rambling. So what's different? First things first, I'm going to go onto the bikes. I've mentioned these before. Not much has changed, but we've actually fixed the offset. Yay! Thank you, L. The rider on. I have shrunk the rider on. The reason I've shrunk the rider on is because even though this looks goofy, it's a lot less glitchy than how I had it. So, yes. Rider on is small again. It was originally small and then I made it bigger. And then I've decided it was better when it was smaller. Yeah, it's not as accurate, but it just works better within Minecraft. So if anyone's got a problem with that, I'm sorry. Rider on's staying small. Rider kicks have been reworked. I'm not going to show them off, but I will show off if I go into controls. Keybinds. We now have the usability key. Now the usability key has been set to V, which open belt was set to V prior. So if you're running a prior version of the mod, you might have to change this because they might both be set to V. I just thought B is better for belt. A few of the abilities, things like Fireball and that, have also been switched over to using the ability button. I haven't actually checked that since Chair messed around with that code. I probably should check that before I pushed the update. Yeah, thanks to Hosif, we now have the Dino Greed. Now, the Dino Greed has been added into the kind of mod loot pool, spawn pool kind of thing. So if you have 64 cell medals, you get greed, and then you go up the levels, the more cell medals you have. If you go into the Nether, the yummies, instead of spawning the regular greed, will spawn, I've always called him Moichi. I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but I'm going to continue saying Moichi because Moichi is fun. But thanks to Hosif, now if you go to the end, it will spawn the Dino Greed. Now, this, we didn't remove the Dino medals from the Nether Fortresses? It's Nether Fortresses. I keep on going to call them Strongholds. We didn't remove them from there. This is an additional way, because I've got to admit that other way was a bit annoying. So now if you go to the end, you can get them as well. We also have Kamen Rider Low Q. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. I am always sticking with Low Q. We have the two forms. Technically, this is kind of two different personalities, if I remember correctly. And this one's supposed to have two little robots kind of bobbing around and doing weird stuff. But we decided to add it because Chair worked really hard on things, and Chair really wanted Low Q. Now, this would be it for the new forms. Except from, you see, I've been keeping a few secrets. Some I've revealed, some I haven't. So, let's go through some of these secrets. Some I've not actually posted really about much of these. You'd be amazed with the amount of stuff I've managed to keep secret. First things first. Mage now has the hand. Yay! Now, I did post, like, spoilery leaked names of some of these riders and forms and updates that I added. I called this one pre-owned because another way of saying pre-owned is second-hand. Sorry, I thought that was creative. This item will never get old. Just imagine I'm crying under this mask. And if you don't know where this is from, please check out the new Kamen Rider anime. I'll put the name up here because I can never remember the character's name. I'll just keep on calling it Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Check it out. I believe it's on Crunchyroll. You might need premium membership, but if you decide to watch it somewhere else, I won't complain. By other places, I mean, you know. So, yes, we've got Mage. We've got what I called Firework Festival. I think you can guess why. Who else do we have? Spoiler-wise? Well, we have Kiva. We go into Emperor form. And then we use the Kiefer whistle. We're a bat dragon thing. That looks goofy as he runs. This was mostly a test to see what would happen if I moved the pivot points for the joints. And the head actually works surprisingly well. So that means I could probably apply the same idea and concept to these two back here, to Kyun and Kekria, because it works here, so it should work there. This is so funny. I love this form. I absolutely love this form. So this form I refer to as Flippy Flappy Wingy Thingy. I don't think I need to explain that name. But one that does need explaining is Kamen Rider Forze. Those particle effects will never get old. So this one I referred to as two different things, Canon and Ubake. If you don't know, Ubake was a build bottle that combined with magnet. Yay! NS Mag States now has its cannon. Now, interesting thing about this, I actually locked the head rotation. So you can't rotate your head. I mean, you can rotate the camera, but the head doesn't rotate with the camera. The reason is this suit actually never rotated its head. So I was like, you know what? I'm recreating that. I love this suit. We got little cannons. It looks amazing. So, seeing as we're doing all of these forms and that, we couldn't leave our friend out of this, you know? You know our friend? The Cheese Man. If anyone who doesn't know about the Cheese Man, that means you're not friends with the Cheese Man. It was essentially, I made the happy mode effect on one of my videos, and I had to rename every rider. And I ended up calling Shadow Moon the Cheese Man. I also, in that video, instead of defeating mobs, I said I was making friends with them. So therefore, I made friends with the Cheese Man. And it was the funniest thing I have ever said. In any of my videos, I have made friends with the Cheese Man. I absolutely love it. Since then, Shadow Moon has been the Cheese Man. And I couldn't leave the Cheese Man out of getting a new form in this, so let's go. This is based on an SIC form. Now, technically, we did have a Red Shadow Moon before, but this is a different Red Shadow Moon that has a cape and weird horns, so I decided to add it. And I like it. And I've just realised something. This works? How do you work and not the Cheese Man? I'm confused. So yeah, the Cheese Man now has a new form. Pretty cool, right? And it does have a bug that I've just noticed, but I'll fix that, right? I won't be lazy and completely forget about it. I will actually fix it. I'm going to forget about it, aren't I? So, next. We have a new item. It's been hiding up here the entire time. And I pick up the block underneath it. Here we go. It's the continue pipe. Yay! It's designed so you can stand in it. Yay! And actually, to be honest, one of my favourite things to do with this item is just to take Gem. You can spawn an arm and stand in it. I made sure the spacing down here was perfect for this. You could just have Gem popping out of the pipe. I think this looks amazing. Yay! Both this and the mask have been added to the Gashapon loophole, if you're wondering. And the last of these secrets, as long as I'm not forgetting one, is for Kamen Rider Decade. We have the Final Form Rider O's armor. Yay! I don't actually know if this is a Final Form ride. People refer to it that, and the other people don't. And no idea nowadays. You got Tashador's wings. This looks cool, right? Right? Yeah. So I believe that's it for the secrets. Let me just fly over here and double check. Yes. This is looking pretty amazing. Anything else I want to say? Well, hopefully, as of today, all the riders should have the particle effects. As well as all riders that need a glow mask should have a glow mask. So, I think that's it. I think that's where I'm going to end this. I mean, it's kind of amazing. we've managed to get all of this work done. This world is looking so amazing, but seeing as this is going to be a finale, I'm going to end this in style. And I'm going to make my computer suffer. Goodbye, world. You will be missed. Right, sorry, I've got to show you this village. Because there's a tiny bit of a ravine running through it, but this ravine is just... So, yeah, this is kind of the current state of the 120.1 version. I wanted to... Series-wise, pretty much everything... Every series is now represented that was in the mod prior. I've come down with a cold. Really long. And the other two, I finally have time to record one of these videos, so... And you can see the new Cougar. Because I actually had to remake Cougar from scratch. I imported... So, honest question. Do you think I'm actually going to manage to do this as a weekly thing? McCougars. Chat, you can't stop me now. You can't stop me. But now I can go... I just wanted to finish this outfit. Kelco. Having Agito next to Cougar just made Agito look terrible. There goes the dog already. Do they just hear me recording and go, you know what? I'm gonna ruin his dog. Nah. I haven't showed off. In rivers and in oceans, you end up with Mazul. Unfortunately, I haven't done a lot this week. This thing is giant. This thing is stupid. I love this thing. This is taking a long time to load. Oh, wait. I forgot I blew up this world. No. That's something, right? What are you doing here? Yay. It glows. Let me know. Because I can't remember, it's been so long since I've watched Geats. Is there any more forms like this we need to add? Are unfamiliar with the way the bikes work? You just grab it and get in this one. We now have... there we go. We have steering left and right. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I've had to move Cougar from over there to over here because, yeah, even the flat effect now works on armor stands. Because I decided that thing looks like me, so I stole its hat. That was faster to find than I was expecting. Sodo blog posted this thing. And now I have fears. Especially because they posted this as well. Goodbye, world. You will be missed. Right, that... I meant to apply that to everyone, not just myself. This has been an absolutely amazing time working on this update. I just really want to thank all of you. If it wasn't for you, I would not have got this far. All your comments, all your likes, all of it managed to help me push through all of this. There's been a few times I've wanted to quit just because of the sheer amount of stuff left to do. And now that we're finally here, I truly want to say thank you. Now, if anyone's worried about this world, don't worry. I did make backups. I made like 5, just in case one of the backups didn't work. I love making these videos. I love working on this mod. Thank you. Now let's hopefully those backups work. Yay! I've made friends with the cheese man.